Welcome to the Dog Nerd Show, where we geek out over our best friends. I'm Megan.
And I'm Michael, and this is a show about all things America.
What?
I mean, all things dog.
Hey, everybody. We are so happy to have you join us today, and we have a special episode. Independence Day is coming right up. The 4th of July will be here shortly. And this is a very important time to consider our dogs. So not sure if everyone knows this, but more dogs go missing on the 4th of July than any other day in the United States.
Yeah, so as we get ready to celebrate the independence of our nation, it's a fun day. I mean, it's hamburgers, hot dogs, grilling out, and we cap off the night with fireworks. And I can't speak for everybody, but I love a good fireworks show, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. However, some of our dogs don't really care for it too much because they don't understand it. And they tend to some can get very, very anxious to a point where it's not healthy for them. So we wanted to talk about a few things today that maybe could help you through this situation coming up, and maybe help you help your dog feel a little bit better about it. So I'm going to let Megan start off with number one. What's number one on our list? Sorry about that, folks.
All right. So number one on our list is make sure that you have an updated picture of your dog. So
why is that?
Well, God forbid your dog go missing. If you don't have an updated picture that's good quality that you can use to share online and on signs and things like that, then, it might be harder for people to identify your dog, because you may have just gotten your dog groomed this weekend and, he or she's going to look a little bit different than they did, when you took that picture a couple weeks ago.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So, get a close up of the face, but also get the full body, because, there's markings on your dog. There's real identifiers that we can see if we have the full body shot as well. So that's the number one.
Yeah, and keep in mind, just throwing in on that. So a lot of times people will see a dog from far away, not up close, because the dogs may be scared or skittish of strangers, which maybe they should be. So it is important, like you said, to get that full body shot with markings that will show what the dog looks like, maybe from a distance.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure, the number two item on our list is make sure your dog's tags are up to date. So whether you have an address on there, phone number, both, make sure everything is up to date, especially if you've just moved. And also take a look at it to make sure nothing has rubbed off. None of the details have rubbed off.
That's smart.
So number three is secure your yard and home. So we have a fenced yard. Mm-hmm. Make sure that if you have a fenced yard, all of your gates are closed and locked and secured. If you don't have a fenced yard, you're going to want to be very careful on the 4th of July to make sure that your dog is kept safe and secure and not able to run out, because once the fireworks start going, a lot of dogs will just try to run and they could bolt out the door. So be very careful about that.
I've actually seen videos, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have too, of dogs that maybe during a thunderstorm, fireworks, whatever, they all scale a 6-foot fence. So it's important that you know your dog and what their capabilities are. We're going to hit on something else here in just a few minutes, but yeah, so just because you get your gates and stuff shut, also, if you've got a tall dog, he might be able to get, or if you've got something up close to that fence, that's another thing too. Yeah, they could climb up and just jump right over, possibly hurting themselves. So I think it's very important that what you just said is maintain your yard. Know if you're keeping that dog secured behind a fence, know that fence is going to do its job.
And, if you have a new dog, if you're fostering a dog or you've just adopted a dog, really be careful right now. Those of us who know what our dogs are like, if we know we have a skittish dog, you're going to want to just keep them inside and keep them calm, no going out after the fireworks start. But if you don't know your dog because he's new or she's a foster, be extra careful, because you're going to learn a lot this holiday.
That's a great point.
Okay, so number 4, don't take your dogs to fireworks displays.
Oh, don't they like fireworks?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's probably too loud, right?
Some of them may not mind it, but as you guys know, dogs' senses are so much more acute than ours are. So imagine the sound of the popping and banging, and even the ones that whistle. That's really a lot of stimulation, and it's scary. They don't know what's happening.
Well, not to mention that usually at firework displays, you're around a crowd too. So now you got a dog that is around strangers it doesn't know, and there's all kinds of chaos going on around him, what he perceives as chaos. So yeah, it would be a pretty stressful time for a dog, for anybody that didn't understand it, right?
Yeah. So that's you guys probably are like, yeah, we know that. But if you're a newer pet parent, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Number 5, this is a big one. Exercise them early in the day, and then remember to take a potty break before the fireworks start. Now, if you're like us and you live in a state where fireworks are now legal, this is going to be days of fireworks going off in our neighborhoods and in the surrounding areas. So,
especially since it's 4th of July this year it's 2020 falls on a Saturday.
Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we can be sure that we're going to have a lot of cracks and pops going on.
Of course, my favorite fireworks are the 5:30 a.m. July 5th fireworks. Those are the best.
Those are what all the people who have nervous dogs and new babies like to do to all the people that are celebrating late into the night in a neighborhood. So, but yes, make sure that you on the 4th, even, if you can on the 3rd, get them out early in the day, go for a nice long hike, tire them out so that when the fireworks happen, hopefully they will be a little less anxious and a little more sleepy. So that's a big one.
Yeah.
The number 6 item is to desensitize your dog to fireworks quietly. So that's for people who have a dog that is maybe a puppy or, a younger dog, maybe a dog that's not, maybe newer to their family, but you can put fireworks on the television or on your phone and, quietly desensitize them to it. Even when you're out, if you have a newer dog and you hear the pops and the cracks from your house, which you probably will if you live in a legal fireworks state like we do, give them treats. When they hear the pops and the cracks, give them treats so that they know that sound is correlated with something good. So
that's pretty good idea.
A way to try to desensitize them.
Yep.
So that's our number 6 reason. Number 7 kind of goes along with that, but use a frozen treat as a distraction.
Why frozen?
Well, because it's going to take a little bit longer for them to work on. Mm-hmm. So whether it's a frozen yogurt from our pals at the Bear and the Rat, or if it's a Kong treat that's filled with goodies and frozen, like some chicken broth and maybe some morsels of treats within the chicken broth, and let them work on that. It'll give them something to keep them busy and maybe work like a pacifier.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
So number 8, try calming music or white noise. So you can try putting on some calming music in the house and some white noise. Again,
like Metallica?
Probably not Metallica. Maybe a little classical music, a little spa music.
Oh yeah, Black Sabbath classical.
So calming music would maybe help. Number 9 is try a hugging shirt like the Thunder shirt, like a compression shirt that will help to make them feel more comfortable and secure. So that is an option. And the option that works for us is our number 10 item, which is CBD oil.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Pet Relief Hemp Oil 1700. We do not get sponsored. This is what we use, and it has made a huge difference in our lives.
Amazing difference.
Yeah, and especially the life of Riley. So
Riley, if I could butt in, Riley was so afraid of fireworks and thunderstorms.
But not initially.
No, not initially. It was after, so one of our neighbors had a license to basically shoot off commercial fireworks. It was great. I mean, it was a free commercial fireworks show, but
he would he would do them on a cul-de-sac, like
Yeah.
right around houses that are very close to each other in the street and everything like that.
Yeah,
so it was like,
he would do them in the neighborhood. So it's A, probably not the safest thing, and B, it was really loud. And so we took Riley out one time to go to the bathroom, and one of these things went off, and it triggered something in her head.
And I would say she was about like 7-ish when that happened.
Probably so. And from then on, she was just any loud noises, any thunder, anything like that. She's already kind of a skittish dog anyway, but this really set her off. And she would try and dig into the couch, and just walk around, and she wouldn't rest. Her tongue's hanging down to the side of her face, about to trip on it.
Try to dig through the carpet. I mean, it was like she was trying to dig to China, like she was like, I have got to get out of here. This is horrible.
Yeah. And
it made it horrible for us because she would. Not only did we feel bad that we couldn't calm her and we were fearful she was going to have a heart attack. She was so worked up over it, but it would take hours for her to calm down.
To just calm down. Even after everything stopped, she would still be because it freaked her out so bad. And so we tried everything. We tried several things we've got on this list here. And that's one of the things we want to say is like, not all of these work.
Yeah.
Each dog's different. But when we switched over to CBD, and it didn't happen instantly, we actually had to administer the CBD.
I forgot to give it to her until like 2 days before because Finley was getting it for his joints and stuff. And it only took a couple of days, and we noticed a big difference. Now, had we started it earlier, I think she probably wouldn't have reacted at all the first time.
Yeah. So what I meant by that is that if don't the day of give CBD and think that that's going to fix it. It's not a miracle. You have to start a ministry. I would say right now, if you're watching this video and it's Monday, the day we air this video, I'd start my dog then.
If you don't hear this till Wednesday, though, go get some and start it because I'm telling you.
It changed our life.
Yes.
It changed her life. Now fireworks or a shotgun or thunder or anything like that, she doesn't even stick her head up.
And she doesn't get this regularly anymore. I mean, she only really gets it before a big event, which is for us, it's the 4th of July and New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, yeah. And it has worked so well for her, and I can't express how happy I am that it did, because it was heartening to see her in such a stressful. And you couldn't do anything to help her. I mean, you couldn't hold her. She just wanted none of it. She just wanted it to stop, and she wanted to go away.
We even tried putting her in her crate in our closet, which is a really long, big closet with clothes on both sides. So, kind of to insulate, the noise. And then put, like blankets around, like there was didn't work. I mean, even though it was quieter in there, I don't know if they're sensing the energy in the air. Yeah. So it was really rough. And y'all, we did not understand this until this happened to Riley. We had our friend Andy, his dog Sophie, she would get real panicked. I don't think as panicked as Riley, but the pacing and the panting and the not settling. And I know I heard from people for years how horrible it is to have a dog and then have fireworks. And, like Michael said, we love fireworks and we grew to hate them only because it caused so much havoc in our lives. And, if you haven't experienced it, you don't get it. But if you have experienced it, you guys know what we're talking about. And so like Michael said, we've tried the other items on the list. We even tried CBD treats from this same company, and those didn't work for us. It was the oil itself that really worked. So,
each dog's different.
Yeah.
And it may be that one or two of these things works for you, and that's great. If it does, put that down in the description or down in the comments below. Let us know what works for your dogs, or let us know in the comments below what issues you're dealing with your dogs. I know I had a dog that was couldn't care less about fireworks, but hated thunder and lightning. I mean, every time it would thunder and lightning, would jump a fence and go run around and come back on the front of the house and sit on the porch, just deadly afraid. So put down in the comments what you deal with, what you struggle with your dogs, and that'll help us.
And let us know if there's anything we're missing. Like, is there something glaringly obvious that we've missed with this list? But Yeah, I think, the taking Riley out to go potty and then that firework going off, that's just, try to get your dog out before it all begins so that they don't have to experience it. But yeah, we'd love to know what you guys have done that has helped your pets, and any comments that you have, we look forward to it. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified whenever we've got a new video, and let us know what other videos you'd like to see. I know we're working on lining up some more breed interviews, and we're excited about that. So make sure to follow us everywhere online at Dog Nerd Show. You can reach us at dognerdshow@gmail.com and dognerdshow.com. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and happy Independence Day.
Happy 4th of July, folks.